Ben, Partially Human, Emmanuel, Omnicon, hello. Quick on the draw. All of you. No pun intended. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So yeah, I was completely wrong. Hit me like a ton of bricks this morning. I've been spreading the wrong advice around. You should really try to draw as little as possible, I realized. So sorry about that, my bad people. That was totally my bust. Started art college this week. Congratulations. Sounds like it's not aligning with your taste. You know, art college is a crapshoot. Look, we may be a little obsessed. Thank you for absolving me of the moral obligation to draw Steven Zapata. See you, Sam. Yeah, I was wrong. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I just had some bad info. Just had some bad info all these years. I'm just glad I figured it out. You know, it would have been very easy for me to never have figured it out and kept thinking that I needed to draw. That was a close one in many ways, you know? Excuse the sharpener. And we're done there. Was I wrong? Yeah, I thought that you needed to draw every day. And I found out today you don't. Oh boy. Hold on a second. Getting a phone call. Oh no, you drew every day this week because of me? That sucks. No. Dude. Partially human, I'm so sorry. No, that's totally my bad. Yeah, I had thought you should draw every day. Yeah, I was confused. That's totally my bad. I'm sorry. That sucks. You could have not been drawing that whole time. Again, everyone, I apologize. I had no idea. I just didn't know. I just didn't know, you know. Yep. I misled everybody. It's very true, the Everything Brothers. Fish and beans for dinner? Oh my god. Why did I have such a bad gut reaction to that? I think I used to eat that as a kid. I think my grandma used to make me that as a kid. Triggered some sort of weird nostalgic longing and simultaneous revulsion for a dish that I did not like. Yeah, Joe, don't crash your car. What are you doing? What are you doing? How much do you think art has to do with hormones? Goddamn near everything. I don't know anyone who's a good artist whose T count is below 400 parts in a milliliter. That dumb joke sounded unintentionally sexist, now that I think about it. That's funny. Yes, it's a Steven Zapata stream, M Lord. Hi, Eva. You know, there's nothing like sketching some horns. Are you going to do Inktober this year? No, probably not. I've done Inktober a couple times, but you know, if I want to draw with ink, I'll just draw with ink. Yeah, just habitually hit that like button. Just whatever, you know? Like, who cares what I do or say in here? Just hit that like. Likes fuel me. You know, I put on all these airs, you know? I put on this whole pretentious act like, oh, drawing is about being happy with yourself and what you do and experiencing joy while you work, you know? It's all a charade. It's all nonsense. It's just another mask that I wear to get likes. It's all just about the exposure, baby. Get those likes, get those reshares. That's all it ever was. Do whatever it takes. You gotta hit them numbers. You know, it totally breaks the style of the page. I just don't feel like inking right now. I just want to do pencils. Maybe I should just do another page. I can ink this way. Do that like weird graphic patterns on his face. Don't you bark at them. It's not for you. That's a life they get to have. Fanny, just because they're barking doesn't mean you have to bark. Don't let yourself be influenced like that. Be your own dog. An individual? Yeah. Yeah, your languishing is completely justified. Yeah, that's totally my bad. I was just straight up wrong. Yeah. I was working off some bad information, poor evidence. Finally got my head on straight. You know, my intentions were good, but I was just straight up wrong. Yeah, most artists get good by not drawing. See, to do really good work, you have to burn your desire to draw within you, the way that wood feeds a fire. You have to create a smoldering bed of embers from which your art will arise. If you're constantly wasting that by compulsively ejaculating it onto the paper every day just to fulfill a ritual, you'll never make anything good. That's what I didn't realize. So my bad, everyone. I messed up. Yeah, so my new recommendation is try to draw as little as possible for like a year. And then in that one day after the year of holding it in, just set a day aside and draw as violently as possible and be amazed at the masterpiece that comes out of you. Oh my god, does cardio make you fat? I had no idea. All I do is cardio. I'm in trouble. That explains a lot. Steven, when you started your career, how did you balance the time to do the work for money that did not go with your personal style and at the same time develop your style and draw what you like? I mean, work was not plentiful enough for me to balance it. I just took every job I got. Yeah, at the beginning I did not do that at all. These days I turn down work to work on my own stuff, but at the beginning, no, not at all. There was no balance. I had plenty of time to work on my own style and the things that I wanted to do. It was work that was hard to come by. But you know, the arts being what they are, that could happen again anytime. You're not invisible to me, Magda. Falls 3616 says, ever think of going full art? Are you saying that to me? Is that to me? Was that comment directed at me? How dare you step to me with that nonsense? sama. Victor says, will you talk about negative space in your Elements of Design course? I sure do. I have actually already written the section on negative space. And the many secrets that lay therein. Fall says, oh yeah, and that was directed at me. Yeah. Look, I've been accused of a lot of things in my life, but being full art, that ain't one of them. Or not being full art ain't one of them. You think I have other skills? You think I have a balanced personality? Barking up the wrong tree, friend. It's only art. It's only ever been art. That's what it's like when you're stubborn, hard-headed, obsessive neurotic like me. Ride or die with drawing. It's the only way I got through all of the times that truly anyone else would quit. There's been so many moments where I'm like, wow, this is definitely when you should stop drawing. This is definitely when you should throw in the towel. All right, same time tomorrow? Cool. What Magda said, though I'm pretty sure Steven personally hates me, which has nothing to do with my imposter syndrome or neurotic projections, but entirely grounded in objective fact. That is right, Sam. That is correct. Ah, you got it. You nailed it, Sammy boy. I'm so glad you finally see it. I hate you, dude. I just hate you so much. Can't stand you. Thank God my ambulance is here. I can't get my heart to stop beating. Do you have any advice on drawing people from different ethnic groups? My friend asked me to draw Blade, and I was unable to make him look Black African. Can you help? I wouldn't worry about making him look black. I would try to make Blade look vampire first, half vampire. I think you should nail that first. That'll communicate the likeness more effectively. Was the road to your level now hard, Steve? Also, was it fun? Most of the time when I was drawing, yes, it was fun. When pencil is touching paper, it was always hard for me to ignore the fun. The fun was basically always there. And drawing, as long as I was drawing, a lot of everything else would fall away. But when I wasn't drawing, was the road easy? No. No. 1,000% 1,000 times no. There's nothing easy about being an artist. Drawing is joy. Creating is joy. But keeping the wheels on the car, there's nothing easy about that. Yay, Joe didn't crash. You did it, Joe. You watched YouTube and drove your car at the same time. Congratulations, Joey boy. Hey, nice moves out there, kid. Nah, I really like the way that you were clicking on the videos and hitting that like button at the same time, taking those sharp curves. Really impressive. Yeah, my boy Joe here. Could drive and watch YouTube at the same time. Doesn't even faze him. Hi Steven, do you ever come back to digital art after doing traditional for a while and it feels disgustingly unpleasant struggling here? All the time. Yeah, I have phases with digital, but these days I can't do it consistently for a long time. Or at least try to make it as traditional feeling as possible. You know, for client work, I switched over to the iPad Pro for all the drawing steps so that I could, you know, move around and be more comfortable and draw on the couch and stuff like that. I try to draw on paper and then scan or take photos and then paint over the photos or the scans if at all possible. Just try to spend as little time in Photoshop as I can, even though it still winds up being a lot. What markers are these? These are Tombow markers. They're pretty good. I use them because I have a lot of them. They're cheaper than a lot of other markers too. You can't refill them though. Copics and stuff like that do come out cheaper even though they're more expensive on the initial buy, because with Copics you can get the ink refill packs. You can get like a little bottle that's a whole lot of pigment for individual markers, and if you use that, Copics come out cheaper than just about anything else. But you got to order them if you have a lot of colors and want specific ones and things like that. Bye, Magda. sometimes you just gotta get weird. I don't know. It's like some sort of sorbet ice cream demon. Beats me. Modern day James. Do you sometimes wonder what your life would have been if instead of hands you had tentacles? Instead of a mouth you had a beak? You mean if I'd been born like a giant squid? Yeah, I imagine my life would have been highly pressurized, very wet, very dark, and ended abruptly in the mouth of a sperm whale. I think that's how life probably would have gone. I was so afraid of giant squid when I was a kid. I stumbled upon them in the Encyclopedia Britannica when I was little, and I read the whole thing, and I was like, wait, am I reading like a story? I kept like looking at the cover like, this is the encyclopedia, everything in here is true. I just read like the 3 pages on the giant squid over and over and over again, and I was like, this can't be. I couldn't go to the beach for a long time. Yesterday at the bar, there was a man like the green one with a skin mask on his left eye. I found him beautiful and really unique. He looked like a warrior. Yeah, man. I mean, if you guys know the Instagram account Earth's World, I have a video on my YouTube where I draw a bunch of faces from it. You only need to scroll that account for a few seconds to realize that people's faces really already do look caricatured. People look crazy. People look way crazier than any weird thing you're drawing. People look absolutely impossible already. There's just so much variety to the human form. It's all so fascinating and gorgeous. Hope none of you are drawing. Don't waste your time with that stuff. Sorry if I led you astray all this time saying you should be drawing. That was just bad info. That was just my bust. Don't go doing that. You go drawing now, you hear? What's that? What's that little thing? Any advice for how to stick to a project? I have no trouble drawing daily, but when I set goal in mind, for example, Inktober, I always end up losing interest halfway through. Help? Well, for something like Inktober, that's really tough. Because it's like if you lose interest, you just lose interest, you know? As far as I know, the only thing that's going to help you with something like that is classic advice, like accountability, like do it with other people, get involved with a group, give your cousin $500 and say, only give this back to me if I show you 30 ink drawings at the end of October, like stuff like that. You really just need to find ways to fight against your lack of interest, you know, which is really, really hard. Even when you, because there's just no way around it. Like even when you acknowledge, once you acknowledge, or even if you acknowledge that your lack of interest is just like a random feeling that isn't you and that you don't need to pay attention to it, that's little consolation when you're bored of something. It just can drive your whole life. It really just makes you loathe to do that thing that you're bored of. So really hard. So I'm gonna pull back a bit, and instead of something like Inktober, where it's just like this thing outside of you, you know, that's a particular kind of project or challenge to try to rise to. It has nothing to do with you really, you know, it's just some kind of level you're trying to hit. It's just some arbitrary challenge that someone made up. Like, it's great and all, but it really makes perfect sense that you get kind of bored of it, that you don't follow through with it, you know? My bigger picture advice for most people is you gotta do a project that you care way more about. This is a problem that drives me crazy, that I think is a little bit of a plague within the art world, you know, especially within the current drawing communities and things like that. People don't do stuff they really care about. And if you're not doing something you really care about, if you're not doing something that really excites you, that has a strong personal connection, that has a lot of meaning for you, why would you ever finish it? Of course you don't. Of course you can't get up the energy. Of course you're bored. Drawing is tough, and the mental war of drawing is tough, and it takes a really long time to do good art. Of course you're gonna burn out and get bored of something that you started just like, kind of about me, like, yeah, duh, no, totally not surprised. You should try raising the stakes. You should do a project that when you think about it in your head, when you start planning it, when you think of actually completing it, your heart starts racing. You're like, can I really do that? Oh, I shouldn't do that. No, people will get mad if I do that. Oh God, what would that person think if I did that? Wait, can you really do a project like that as a thing? I mean, I really want to do it. Like, that's what you want to look for. You want to look for something that really creates energetic spikes and makes you excited, nervous, thoughtful, all sorts of intense emotions. Stuff like that is really your only hope for spiking your interest high enough that you have any dream of actually making anything. How was filming the chance encounter for Med's Map? No problem. I remember I had to do it very quickly because it was about to start raining. Uh-oh. My bad. Sorry about the barking. My wife got home. My dog gets very excited. It's the most exciting part of her day. Oops, Jesus. Almost broke everything. Easy now. Oh, I just hurt my finger so bad. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Ooh, that smarts. Okay. Yeah, do not shy away from the ideas that quicken your heart rate. Those are the ideas, man. To everyone, those are the ones. The ones that make you nervous, the ones that quicken your heart rate, the ones that bother you, the ones that get a strong reaction out of you where you're just right aware, like, I can't do that. You can't do that. No one can do that. Those are your ideas. Those are your real ideas. You're not going to finish anything else. Those are your real ideas. You got to do those. Huge problem in the art world is that artists don't actually make things. Most of the artists that I meet they don't make things. You know, they can sketch, they can draw, they can do random stuff, they can do whatever, but very few artists can finish things. Very few artists can make a plan and produce a whole thing. And invariably, the ones who can are the most popular, successful artists. And the ones who can't, they can do pretty well, but they'll always be held back by their inability to do projects. Most of the artists who get stuck, unable to finish things, are sort of obsessing about skill, and they just don't know that skill is really not all that important for success. Only in very niche areas. If you want to be like a commercial artist and things like that, you need some skill, but you also need the skill of being able to produce things. Being able to make projects and finish something. If you just keep boosting your skill forever, you very quickly get to the land where no one knows what you're doing anyway, you know? Art directors can't tell the difference in skill between you and the person who did it a year less than you or the person who did it a year longer than you. They don't care. They need the job done. And once you're really far out there, once you're deep in the land of diminishing returns, like whatever you're doing skill-wise, no one's ever going to understand what you're doing unless you're like in a room with Craig Mullins, you know? Like we as artists, we look at someone like a Craig Mullins or a Claire Wendling or something like that, and we're like, oh yeah, no, that's incredible. That's amazing. That's far beyond what everybody else is doing. But the people who hire them, they don't get it. They're not art. They can't read the pictures. They don't understand the chaos that is going on in a Craig Mullins painting, you know? They don't understand just how beautiful a Claire Wendling drawing is. That's just for artists. Those are artists, you know? And artists don't hire you. And most of your audience, if you're gonna have a big audience, is not other artists, you know? So you gotta finish stuff. seems really obvious to me in music more than art. Like if you get way too focused on technique, you just never write songs. Yeah, you know, it's weird. For some reason, doing it in those points in the art world seem to get like obfuscated or something like that. It's very confusing. Very, very confusing. James, please explain what math rock is. Is that just like extremely technical rock music? Is it algorithm created rock music? Oh, I see. I got pulled into that one like a fish on the line. There was no hope for me. Were the pen drawings done with a sketch underneath? Yeah. Yeah. Affirmative. Copy that. Thank you, Baron Von Taco Cat. Thank you for your kind words and your courage. Hold on, I gotta close the door. Steven, how do you deal with mistakes? I erase them. If I can at all bear it, if I have even a little modicum of energy left in me, I try to correct mistakes. The only reason to not correct a mistake that you've recognized as a mistake, that is to say something that you did not intend or something that you immediately see could be done better once you put it down, the only reason not to fix it or to redo it is laziness. It's pure just you're out of energy, you know? So if I have any energy left in me, I fix it or redo something, because it's like it's the only way you're gonna do a better picture, you know? Like, why don't you want a better picture? I'm not being rhetorical. Like, I know the feeling of not wanting to correct mistakes. I deal with it all the time, but it's so counterintuitive for an artist, right? Because it's like the fact that you can detect that it's a mistake is telling you so straightforwardly that, yeah, if you fix this, you'll get a better picture at the end. Like, why don't you want to do it? Like, why is our laziness so powerful, you know? I mean, do you guys even like drawing? Like, do you even like it though? Oh, you like the hat? What, this old thing? Oh, he just brought it out of the closet. Thought he'd look rather sharp for the Stygian Council in this one. Thought he'd look rather dashing, conniving to pervert all of God's noble ends in this hat. That's what he thought. Goodbye, Joe. Enjoy your dinner. We're not gonna fix it, Cassiel. We're not gonna fix it. That problem's just gonna linger out there. Look, if you want to be a good artist, you gotta stop drawing. All of my advice was confused. You gotta quit. Stop. Today. Right now. Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't waste your artistic energy by drawing. Hold it in. Hold on to it for as long as you can. If you can burn your artistic desires inside of yourself until you're like 70 years old, and then just do one incredible painting where all comes out of you at 70, that's the way to go. Don't draw. Don't draw. In this school, we teach abstinence. Yeah, you're good to go, Vladimir. You're gonna be the greatest artist who ever lived. Just do your IT job. Hold in your drawing powers for as long as you can. Unleash them on your deathbed. No problem, Ricardo. I was having a rough one today, people. I will admit. Today was not the best work day, that's for sure. Some days you just don't have it. You ain't feeling it. You know, I showed up. I sat down at my tasks. Just everything I turned my hand to today did not work out. That's alright. Some days you just don't have it. There's always the next day. Yeah, Pets Cop is right. Drawing is for nerds. James was not a nerd. James was too cool. He was too good at guitar to be a nerd. You've had a variety of identities, James. I think that's what it is. Doctor, musician, artist. James was all of these things. But before all of that, he was a friend. And before all of that, as we would all soon discover, he was a murderer. But we're not here to talk about James's crimes, various petty misdemeanors, and atrocious lies. We're here to talk about his life and remember the friend / violator who we all came to know so intimately. Can't wait for your eulogy. That's good life advice right there. Embroider your eulogy every day. Contribute to your eulogy every day of your life. I'm the goddamn Gary V of funeral planning. Sketches, the man he draws. Gathered my favorite drawing utensils and then left them at my partner's house. This is me being challenged. You're gonna be all right. We just discovered that the way to get better is to not draw, so it's actually gonna be good for you. It's gonna be real good, real good. Now you're improving. I see that you're not drawing very effectively. You must be very good at art. Why does this guy look like Mr. Bean? I don't know if I see it. But with those words from thine mouth, now his name is Mr. Bean. It's done. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. No, don't you dare. They can't hear you. You're 5 floors up. Oh, stop it. Don't give me that. She's sighing at me like I'm ruining all her fun. I mean, I guess I am. That's what dads do. Just doing the most boring thing in the world, tracking curves live on the internet. Nice and dirty. I like that necroball. That works for me. I mean, is there anything more hellish than 70s wallpaper textures? Yeah, I saw that, James. That's cool that you're trying to do that. I'm definitely interested in doing something like that with regularity. good to go out and experience and see things and draw things. You should link it in the chat in case anyone in here wants to go draw in person / show up with a gun and shoot you. You're a public figure, you know, James. Don't you ever worry about that? What's up with the title? Yeah, we figured out that the best way to get better at drawing is to not draw. I had it backwards the whole time. For years I'd been telling people you had to draw to get better, and that you should draw a lot, spend a lot of time with your old friend drawing. But I was just misinformed. It's better to not draw, it turns out. I guess all of my assumptions and prejudices were very susceptible to new evidence, unfortunately. You just got on a watch list somewhere, James. Some person with a headset in a CIA call center just got pinged. When will you continue the Wizard and Robot saga? Man, that was so fun. That was a lot of fun. When I'm rich. I promise I'll do it if I ever get rich. That was a lot of fun to do. You know, I'm just I'm at a time and a phase in my life right now where I need to be able to buy groceries, so there's just no time for stuff like that. I know, that makes me a sellout. Don't worry, I'm very ashamed. Very ashamed. Appropriate amount of shame. Don't worry, I also wish that I did everything for free and starved to death. I also wish that. I probably shouldn't do patterns on streams, huh? This is like the most boring thing you could possibly do. See you, James. Much love, brother. If I had had my wits about me, I actually would have done this one with ink, because it would have been nice to color this pattern. It would have been nice and clean with the ink. But I was just looking at the face when I decided I wanted to do it as a pencil. From all the books you read, movies you watch, shows you follow, video games you played, do you have a favorite demon? Yeah, well, I'll pick another one, because the obvious there is Satan in Paradise Lost. He's easily my favorite. Which is why I've done so much Paradise Lost themed work. But if we ignore Satan, who is just written too well in Paradise Lost, it's just too fun. See, when I think that, I immediately go to writing instead of visuals. You know, when I hear what's your favorite demon, I think of characters, and most demons are not fully fleshed out characters or have super strong personalities. I'm gonna go with the Cathay from King Killer Chronicles. That's my favorite demon. I know, debatable. I think most of us would agree. Some kind of malicious supernatural entity, but I know it's up for grabs what the Cathay actually is. If we were just talking visual, it'd be something from Bloodborne. If you'll let me count that as demons. But for a character, the Cathay. In future streams, can we get some more action drawings instead of portraits? No promises, baby. I am sure that that will happen, but when I feel like it. I just draw whatever I want on stream. Fortunately for you, what I want to draw changes all the time. I'm extremely mercurial in my nature. I actually rarely do just portraits. This is something I don't do a lot. I used to do this a lot when I was young, like in my late teens and stuff like that. And I was really like I was like, well, obviously the head is the most important part. People connect with that the most, so I gotta get really good at that. So I drilled the head a lot, but I left that behind after a few years. Now I rarely do just portraits. I actually spend most of my time drawing figures. Leave the heads off more than half the time. Yeah, if you'll allow bloodborne creatures, it'd be like Ebrietas or Ludwig or something like that. But yeah, actually, when people ask me for my favorite of stuff, I mean, as much as I draw and like I spend so much time thinking about art, whenever I'm asked my favorite, I'm actually more of like a story, writing, character, performance minded person. That's more where my head goes. So I don't even think about, like, there's no visual for the Cathay. That's kind of ironic that my favorite demon in all media is like, no one knows what it looks like. Like, there's no visual for the Cathay. It's only a performance. Writing. What's the psychology of this type of music making it easier to work? I think it's just not distracting. I think that's all it is. I'm not actually listening to it right now. I don't know what it sounds like at the moment. Hey bro, can you show all the drawings in the sketchbook? There's Not much in here. Father-in-law, my dog, his dog. A couple silly sketches I did at the airport. Let me fix my exposure here right quick. That looks about right. Don't know what that is. Maybe I was looking at some stuff in Italy. Statues. Bunch of doodles. I think I was still in Italy drawing these. Little plans for some candelabra design. Random figures. Someone's hand. Probably either my wife's or someone at a restaurant. Figures. It was all just like morning coffee. Just like waking up with some lines first thing in the morning. All really light-handed, just nothing. Some ladies, some women, figures. Little design sheet, planning out some stuff for Pandemonium. See, I got like a fountain design here. A little indication of a bunch of figures, a pedestal, scale, some demons, big door in the background, all inspired by my time in Rome. Wall sconce / brazier. Plan for a little painting in a tondo, maybe a statue in a nook or something. All these random slashes of color, me testing markers before using them on another sheet. Just drawing some of the layout of St. Peter's, I think, from memory. Little layout for a triangular painting, peaked painting, frieze, possible floor plan for a city, frieze, figures, faces, more wall sconces. Drawings of Yanni Baker from a reference pack that I commissioned from him. More drawings of Yanni from that reference pack that I commissioned from him. Designs for crazy pillars in Pandemonium. I go through the design process of this in detail in a design process video that will be released on the channel soon. Wound up liking this knotted snake-like design for an impossible column in Pandemonium. Bunch more sketches for columns. Demon faces. Demon. Girl. I think I was watching White Lotus. I think that was like a memory sketch of one of the Nightmare Gen Zers in that show. That's the other one. I guess you interpreting them as either nightmares or cool is probably the generational gap. Figures. Little doodles, little sketches, morning coffee stuff. Girls. Demons, abstracted bodies, girls, demons, A wizard. Who was asking about Wizard and Robot? I think I was thinking of Wizard from Wizard and Robot when I drew that, but he doesn't have the hat. Some scribbles. Nipple demon. Nipple-eyed demon. He's got eyes on his boobs. Some hands, some feet. That was my, you know what? I shouldn't admit that was my wife's foot on the internet. But I was having my morning coffee and she had her feet up on me and I was like, well, this is in front of me. Might as well draw from life. Demon heads. Scribbles. More demon heads. And we're caught up. That was the one I did a couple days ago. And this is the page we're on now. There we go. We're all caught up now. And that was the little sketchbook tour. And I forget where I was. I think I could sneak something in here in this little bottom area. No problem, floating waffles. No problem. I have to draw 160 props, half from real world and half from my own designs. I have until Monday at 5. How should I go about handling this assignment? What I have looks good, but it's taken me forever. I don't know. I mean, I personally think it's silly to put numbers on stuff like that. I mean, I know that when you're in school, your teachers need some way to grade you, so at least if you don't hit the number, that gives them some excuse to give you a B or whatever, but it's like who cares if you do 160? It's like, if volume stresses you out and makes you rush and you got no good drawings out of the 160, it's a stupid assignment. You know, that's just the way it is. If I were doing it, I would do the first 140 very quickly, with like a fountain pen or something like that. Being thoughtful with my references, you know, more thoughtful with my references and what I'm trying to achieve with each one than I am concerned with the quality of the drawing. I would do the first 140 like that. Like, who cares what the drawing looks like? Just trying to have some idea briefly right before I start drawing each one. Do each one in like less than 2 minutes, hit 140 like that, and then I would slow way down for the final 20. Because hopefully, since I did the majority of the lift on the stupid numbers, at that point, I'll be able to relax a little bit, and then I would just take my time on those final 20 designs. And then the final 20 can just be an iteration on anything that wound up being successful from the first 140. That's what I would do. What is it, bud? You okay there? You're just bored? Yeah, it's okay. You're a good little dog. Oh, good. My phone just told me. Compromised passwords. How fun. Look, there's my dog sleeping right behind my chair. She's very bored. She always puts herself in danger. I'm gonna run over her tail at this rate. Pre-Inktober anxiety. Don't let things like that give you anxiety. There's no Inktober, please. Just do it whatever way makes it fun for you. You know you don't have to really do it every day, right? No one's coming around checking, monitoring your account and go, oh, did he actually do it that day? No problem, Pandovsky. No problem, Pandovsky. I was almost going to do this one in ink and marker, but I think it'd look weird. I think it'll look better if it's like pencil hiding behind this ink and marker one. Or just a little bit more interesting. A little bit more mixed media. See if we can do more hatching on this one. Just for fun. A little bit more hatching. Just to be nasty. I'm gonna run and cook dinner after this one. So I'll be cutting out in a few minutes. answer before I go. What paper density is good for long pencil pieces? I use pretty heavyweight stuff. Look over here. The one that I use doesn't actually list the density. I use Strathmore Bristol Paper Smooth. It's a 2-ply, it's pretty heavy and thick. It's probably like 300 GSM, something like that. You can get the same effects on most papers. I find the only real difference with really heavy, high-quality paper is that you can erase way more. But on most papers, you can get strong finish, clear lines, you can render. It's really just like how much abuse the paper will stand, in my personal experience, but it depends what methods you use. What was the craziest assignment you ever got at Art Center? Oh, I don't know. Nothing fun. Nothing interesting, just super high volume on a particular project. I had one independent study with the department chair at the time, Tim Flattery, and he had me do some pretty Zen Jedi stuff. That was fun. But that wasn't crazy. That made perfect sense. But yeah, I got plenty of assignments that were just teeth grinding insanity because of sheer volume. I remember not sleeping for 2 nights, pulling a double all-nighter to make an exact replica of a staple gun in foam. someone who was good with their hands, a skilled model maker, wouldn't have needed nearly that amount of time, but I'd never done anything like that before, so it took me forever. I think I got a B on it. The width of the handle was slightly off, if I remember correctly. Was it worth pulling a double all-nighter though? In retrospect, a double all-nighter to make an exact copy of a staple gun? No. No. I've never used that skill again. And any of the grittiness that people might imagine I would have gained from following through on that is spiraled out into nothing but toxicity. At best, it's an excuse for disgusting elitism. So no. If I was like, yeah, if I could give myself advice, like if I was living with myself while I was going through that program, I would have totally told, I would tell myself, like, just don't do that assignment. Just take the F. Focus on other stuff. Well, don't take the F, but I would have phoned it in. Where have I been in Italy? Florence and Rome. And Pompeii. Florence, Rome, and Pompeii. How do you sharpen a blending stick? I googled it and tried using it, didn't work out. I don't sharpen them. When they displease me, I just throw them out. I mean, they're like a penny. I just have a lot of them laying around. I don't do anything to them. I don't clean them. I don't sharpen them. As soon as it bothers me, it just goes right in the trash. Just get a different one. Get a new one. I don't really want them sharp, you know, I want them to put down blurry edges. I don't really want them sharp. How come we never draw scary monsters and demons with soft, kind expression? I feel like we do sometimes. I thought that one had a soft... I thought this one had a soft expression. Alright, it's getting late here, so I'm gonna jump off. I would love to go back to Italy sometime, soon preferably, and I would definitely venture further afield if I've still always wanted to see Venice, so I'm not done with Italy yet. Sometimes it's so hard to stop drawing. Even on days where you started off like, I don't want to draw anything. Once you do it for a while, you're just like, oh god, I just want to keep going. Alright, let's leave her there. I rushed that last guy, because I really got to get going, but whatever, that's okay. It's okay to rush too. It's okay to go slow. It's okay to rush. It don't matter. Alright everyone, I'm gonna go. I gotta go get to cooking. It's getting late here. Samuel, sorry that you just showed up and now I'm leaving, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. No, I still got to do basically everything I wanted to do in Italy. Bye Obata, bye Samuel, bye It Is What It Is, bye Taborn, bye Hannah, bye Necroval, bye Nathan, bye Andrew. Goodbye everybody. Take care. Take care, everyone. And if you've got more drawing to do today, I wish you the very best of luck with your drawings. Thank you for drawing today. Bye-bye.